The chief information officer, he is going to be mainly concerned with, well, everything, right? Like on the infrastructure, your networking, your servers, your applications, how they're running, your IT team. Like that's his whole basis for being there. You're going to see him shifting more into kind of like a DevOps. He's going to probably try to bring that in, or into a BizOps type of a situation where he wants people to be like the development and the operations coming together. So it's not that the role is necessarily shifting on what he's in charge of, but probably on how the management underneath him is going to roll things out so that you can prevent these firestorms or ransomware or malware, things that are taking apart. Because at the very basis of like ransomware and malware and things of these are usually because low-hanging fruit aren't done. I mean, literally, like if you had compliance checkers or things like that within your company, a lot of the easy ways that they're stealing things or grabbing data would be blocked out. And that's what I think a lot of people kind of get lost in, because they just think like this guy is like an awesome hacker, right? Like this guy is just a true, like, you know, for 30 years his one goal was to take, you know, your pictures from your home computer or something. It's like, no, it's like low level. You didn't change a password, or you had a simple password, or you didn't even have anything on there, and they were able to grab into your information. I mean, it's literally, compliance goes a long ways with security, and I think you're going to see people really leaning into that and being like, we've got to have some kind of a checking, or like a checks and balance here, and we need some place to start. And I feel like he's going to be the person that's going to be actually implementing out with new policies and making sure there's one in place, because there's not policies even in place. With hybrid IT, especially with the complexity that it's bringing about, I feel that they're going to start having more concerns on risk. And by saying that, they're going to have more quantitative reasons to actually put a number, like money-wise, on what data is, you know, available and for how many pounds. Instead of having security at the forefront, a lot of them have already switched things over to the cloud, which they are finding that security is way better there because they have it, right? It's in place. When you don't think about security from the get-go, you kind of are playing catch-up, and you're just, you know, putting out fires. So with the CIO, with the risk assessments, I feel that they're going to be seeing things from their IT and from their company that's going to make them want to reevaluate, which is going to have them have a risk assessment person come in, like an analyst, and they're going to have to lean on people of that. So you're going to see like more trends of companies also starting, I believe, in 2017, of people who are going to be consulting with that. And then I also see that there's going to be a lot of role shifting with IT within their teams. They're going to expect that out of the servers and their network guys to kind of have their own IT agendas of getting security trained to play catch up. But when you start looking at how much is my data worth, I feel that we've lost at that point, because if you can sit there and put a price tag on how much data can be, you know, say with ransomware or malware or taken, once we start saying, well, I can afford that loss, I feel like that battle has just like literally been won by the other side because we should never be saying it's fine because we can lose X amount because it doesn't, you know, this doesn't make up for me hiring a security person here, right? And when you're trying to talk to like a CIO or to convey that, hey, we need security functions, especially if you're in like a money-based PCI compliance, things of that nature that they have to stay on top of. I feel like when you're trying to make those numbers come to them, it doesn't make sense, right? And they're just like, well, you secure it, right? So your network guys secure your network. You have to look at it as a whole. It's holistic. It's from the application. It's from the network. It's with the database. It's with all of these guys, and to expect them to all work together and to get things done. So I feel like in 2017, the CIO is going to have all these questions wrapped around security, and it's going to feel like it's kind of a bombardment. But in all actuality, it's questions that probably should have been asked like years ago when they were first doing this.